I just gotta say something. Most people are slowly ruining their fragrances and they don't even realize it. You can spend $100, $300, $500 in a bottle, doesn't matter, and accidentally mess it up just because of the way you like store it. Your fragrances are actually like pretty damn fragile. The light, humidity, heat, all that stuff can really affect the bottle and the chemicals inside of it. When that happens, the scent can change. It can get weaker, it just won't smell the same anymore, and it won't perform the same anymore either. Meanwhile, I know some people that have had bottles for like 10, 15 years and still they smell perfect. So if you want your fragrances to last, here are my top rules. So tip number 1 is heat. Keep your fragrances away from the damn heat. This means don't store them in the bathroom, because your hot showers are going to fill up the whole room with steam and make it really hot, and it's going to change your fragrance. So don't do that. Bathrooms look really nice for display, but they're one of the worst places you can keep your fragrances. Number 2, light. Avoid sunlight. The UV lights are going to break down your fragrances and break down the fragrance molecules, and then over time it's going to change. If your bottles are sitting in direct sunlight, like on the windowsill or something, you're basically like aging them way faster than they should be. Tip number 3, temperature stability. Remember, keep them in a stable environment. Fragrances hate constant temperature changes, so don't leave them in your car, near heaters, or anywhere that it's going to get really hot. And before someone says it, yes, this does apply to dupes too. Some people seem to think that dupes don't get affected just because they're oils and they're like cheap, but that's not true at all. Designer, niche, and dupes all use chemicals mixed together with alcohol. And what's going to happen is the heat and the light are going to break those down no matter what. And what can happen sometimes is actually the cheaper dupes degrade faster than the originals because they have like fewer stabilizers. And just to be clear, everything I'm saying is like an ideal situation. You don't have to treat your fragrances like they're in a museum or something. Like for me, I keep my bottles on a shelf, but they're not in direct sunlight and they're in a room that has AC, so they're not getting super hot, so they're staying pretty temperature controlled. So that's perfectly okay. A good example of a fragrance that actually got messed up for me was one of my favorites. It was Mercedes-Benz Club Black. I actually left this in my car for a couple months, and what happened is the notes started to change. So when I got this was super sweet. The longevity wasn't the best, but still kind of decent. But now what has happened is the longevity has gotten way worse. I've really lost a lot of that sweetness, and it's just really dulled down a lot. But if you do want the safest setup, the best thing I recommend is to keep them in a drawer, maybe a closet shelf, or sometimes even the original box if it's a fragrance you really want to care about. So if your fragrance starts to suddenly smell different than it did a year ago, it might not be the fragrance, it might be how you stored it.